The air we breathe, a seemingly unremarkable concoction of gases, holds a single element so fundamental to life it disappears from our awareness: oxygen. It's the silent conductor of our every action, the invisible fuel for every thought, the tireless stoker keeping the fire of life burning within each cell. But for a fleeting 5 seconds, imagine this invisible lifeline vanishing into thin air. The consequences wouldn't be a quick flick of the off switch, but a horrifying symphony of destruction unfolding in a terrifying crescendo. It would be a stark, brutal reminder of oxygen's irreplaceable role in the grand play of existence. The first act unfolds in a bustling city street. The rhythmic hum of traffic screeches to a halt as cars, their combustion engines rendered impotent, grind to a shuddering stop. The relentless thrum of machinery in factories and construction sites fades in a heartbeat, replaced by a chorus of panicked gasps from a population suddenly deprived of their life-giving breath. This initial shock, however, is just the opening curtain. The very materials we've built our world upon, the concrete jungles we navigate, the steel skeletons that pierce the sky, even the humble plastic water bottle in your hand, owe their stability to the invisible bonds formed by oxygen. Without it, concrete crumbles like sandcastles under a crashing wave. Buildings, stripped of their structural integrity, disintegrate into skeletal monuments, and bridges topple with a deafening roar, leaving a desolate landscape of dust and debris. This wouldn't be confined to the man-made world. The Earth itself, a significant portion of its crust comprised of oxygen compounds, would experience a tremor of instability. Tectonic plates, once held in a delicate balance, could shift with a shudder, unleashing geological chaos in the form of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The ground beneath our feet, once a reassuring constant, could buckle and crack, swallowing entire cities and leaving behind gaping maws in the Earth's surface. Beyond the physical realm, the assault on our senses would be immediate and devastating. The sudden drop in pressure, a consequence of the vanishing oxygen, would rupture eardrums with a deafening crack. The world would plunge into a ringing silence far more profound than the absence of sound itself. The vibrant blue sky, a canvas for fluffy white clouds, would morph into a terrifying abyss. The sun's light, unfiltered by the protective shield of the ozone layer largely composed of oxygen molecules, would bombard the planet with an intensity life could not withstand. Our vision, once capable of appreciating the delicate hues of the world around us, would be overwhelmed by a blinding assault of raw solar energy, leaving us groping in a world devoid of color and light. This wouldn't be a mere sensory deprivation. It would be a death sentence. The very essence of life hinges on the presence of oxygen. It's the fuel that powers the metabolic processes that keep our cells functioning, the invisible conductor that orchestrates the symphony of life within our bodies. Without it, even the most basic functions would grind to a halt. Mitochondria, the tiny powerhouses in our cells, would sputter and die, leaving us with no way to generate the energy required for even the simplest tasks. The impact wouldn't be confined to the human race. Plants, the foundation of the food chain, wouldn't be able to photosynthesize without oxygen. Their vibrant green leaves, the lungs of the planet, would fade to a sickly brown, a harbinger of the coming silence. Animals, deprived of their life-giving breath, would experience a wave of agonizing suffocation. Birds would plummet from the sky, their wings no longer able to keep them aloft. Fish would gasp at the surface of the water, their gills failing to extract the precious oxygen they desperately need. The symphony of life wouldn't fade away. It would be abruptly silenced, leaving behind a desolate world eerily devoid of the sounds of chirping birds, croaking frogs, or buzzing insects. The Earth wouldn't be silent because of a lack of noise, but because life itself would have ceased to exist. While a complete disappearance of oxygen might seem like science fiction, the potential for a temporary depletion is a very real concern. Human activity, through deforestation and the burning of fossil fuels, disrupts the delicate balance of atmospheric gases. While a 5-second vacuum is an extreme scenario, even minor fluctuations in oxygen levels can have a significant impact on ecosystems. Our atmosphere, a seemingly static blanket of air, is a dynamic system in constant flux. Oxygen, the lifeblood of our planet, wasn't always present in such abundance billions of years ago. Earth's early atmosphere was devoid of it, dominated by methane, ammonia, and carbon dioxide. It was the rise